if you put the work in, you will get the rewards that you want and that you deserve. Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Psychic Samira, and in today's reading we're going to look at what is the future of this connection. And this question was submitted by one of my beautiful subscribers, and if you have a suggestion, a question for one of my next readings, please feel free to drop it in the comments. I'm going to choose the ones that I feel intuitively drawn to and do readings about them. These will be collective readings. They're not going to be personal, but there might be a message that will come through them for you. So let's see. What is the future of this connection? So if you felt guided to click on this video, there might be a message here for you. What is the future of your connection with this individual? And I feel that for some of you, it's not romantic. It might be a relationship with a family member. For some of you, this is what I feel. We have the moon, and this is card of the unknown. This is card of the subconscious. But also we have the Nine of Swords in reverse, nothing to worry about. So some things we're not meant to know about. Some things are meant to be discovered. Some things are not meant to be known in advance. And I feel like this is what we have here. You're not meant to know it. Also, not everything is set in stone. Not the future is not predetermined. Sometimes certain things can be predicted, but a lot of times it's up to you. It depends on the decisions that you make. It depends on the decisions that they make. It's kind of in the making. So this is what I see here. It's not going to be what you think, though, at the same time. And with this card, I feel like there will be evolution in this connection that you do not anticipate, but not in a negative sense. So people change and circumstances change, and I feel like right now the way you perceive this relationship, the way you perceive this connection, you kind of can assess how it will evolve, but it's going to be something different than what you expect in the most beneficial way. There will be growth, and there will be evolution in this connection that you do not anticipate. And also my attention is drawn to this word on the card that says environment. So the environment can change, and also the environment can influence how this relationship unfolds. So people that are around you and circumstance and so on and so forth. So the future of this connection has not been undecided yet. It's in the making. There's nothing for you to worry about. You can sit on your throne and kind of, calmly assess. And also, with the Nine of Swords, again, there's nothing to worry about. But also the Magician, you need to know that you are an active creator of your reality. You influence how things unfold. So how you show up in this connection will determine and will influence how it's going to unfold. You have a say in it. You're not the only one. The other person does equally, so if you want to work on things, for example, they do not want to work on things, you cannot make it happen. You cannot work for both of you. There are two in a relationship, and both have to be both make decisions and both influence how the relationship unfolds. But you need to know that how you act and what you think and what you say has a direct influence. And for some people this is obvious, and for others not so much. For people who kind of act impulsively, they frequently forget that this is what they're doing, that they're creating, the future. They're creating certain situations. A lot of people act without thinking about it, or simply, impulsively blame everything on the other person. And this is a reminder that you are an active creator of your reality, and you influence how relationships unfold. So this is, the message of taking accountability and doing what you need to do to grow, to show up with integrity, and so on and so forth. Not trying to avoid responsibility, and also know where your limits are. So again, as I said, you cannot do everything for the other person. Sometimes, let's say people have a marriage, that is falling apart, and one individual really wants to put that work in. One individual really wants to work for it to work out, but another one doesn't. And sometimes it's hard for people to swallow this truth, that you need both individuals to be invested and both individuals to actively participate. So there are limits to what you can do in a relationship. You cannot take responsibility for another person. You cannot be accountable for another person. They have to play their part. So knowing where your boundaries and your limitations are, and at the same time knowing that you are actively creating, you're playing a role in how this relationship unfolds. It's not set in stone. We also have Eight of Cups walking away, and the Six of Pentacles reversed, knowing if you have invested a lot, knowing when to stop. If you are not seeing another person putting the effort in, knowing when to leave, knowing when to kind of, let it go is going to be important for some of you as well. And again, I feel like this might relate to somebody's relationship with their parents or a parent. We need to grow, we need to evolve, and sometimes people, they don't want to do that. We also have this card, Six of Cups, that I feel signifies you as a child here in this relationship with a parent. Now, King of Cups, so I feel like if they have done something, or if there was some kind of behavior, if this is your parent, they need to take accountability. And you cannot force them to do that. And sometimes people will refuse to take accountability. And there's only that much that you can do to make it work. And it's self-loving, and it's a healthy thing to do, even if it's your parent. If they're abusing you in some way, if they're refusing to take accountability, sometimes it's a healthy thing to step away. When you did all you could, there's only that much that you can do. You did your best to show up with integrity, to show up with love, to work on things, to improve yourself. But if they're refusing to participate, that's that. They're not ready. They're not ready. All of us will eventually transcend whatever we are dealing with. All of us will eventually evolve into a new, a better version of ourselves, be it in this life or in another one. But some people, not everybody is ready. Sometimes people are not ready. They're not ready to take that accountability. They're not ready to open their heart. They're not ready to love. They're not ready to be honest. So because for some of you, I feel like if you decide to do that, like if you have a difficult relationship with your parent and you are trying to do all you can, you try to love them as much as you can, but they're refusing to take this accountability, and this relationship might be hard for you, difficult for you. If you decide to step away, you might feel guilt. But this is a message for you to almost like understand that you did your best, and they need to do their work. They need to do their part. If they're refusing to do it and your relationship with them is hurting you, it's okay and it's healthy for you to step back. Putting the work in, and the moon reverse. So you can, at the same time, I feel like there's a lot of hope. There is a lot that you can change. There is a lot that you can do. The future is bright, is what I feel with this card. You might not know how things will work out, but I feel like a lot of things will work out for the better. Don't let the situation kind of bring you down. Sometimes this is easier said than done. Know that you have power. Your power, there's some things that you cannot change, but at the same time, there are a lot of things that you do that you can change. Even if this is a situation, let's say with your parents, where you did not get the love that you wanted as a child from your family. Maybe you cannot change them. You can create your own family that's going to be much healthier. So there's always something you can do. There are limits to what you can do in any particular relationship or situation. Another person has to show up, and sometimes they're not ready or willing for whatever reason. But that doesn't mean you're powerless. That means that you need to reassess and redirect yourself and find, what do I have power to change? What do I have, an opportunity to improve, and work towards that. So don't be pessimistic. As we saw at the beginning of this reading, things will work. We do not know how things will unfold. It depends, but there's nothing for you to worry about, and things will unfold in a much better way that you can currently expect. And I see birth. So maybe for some of you, if this is your situation with a parent and they're refusing to do the work, maybe you need to focus on your own family, and that's how you're gonna get that love, that loving family. So this is not going to be a message for everybody, but even if this particular example doesn't fit for you, if you do not have this issue with your parents, this can be applied to any relationship. This can be applied to love. You are in a marriage with somebody and it's not working well because they're refusing to take this responsibility. There's always something you can do. You need to know when to stop investing your energy. You need to, understand that sometimes people, no matter what you do, they're not ready yet. And you need to try to stay in your power. Know that you have that power. Know that you are active co-creator of how things unfold, and do what you can. And you will, if you put the work in, you will get the rewards that you want and that you deserve. Maybe not always in the form that you anticipated or wanted them to be in, but that's kind of up to the universe, and you need to respect that. So this is your message, and if you enjoyed it, please like, share, subscribe, comment, and if you would like to get a personal reading, you can find the link for that in the description